Okay, good afternoon everyone. This video I'm about to create is for those who missed the class yesterday due to network failure. So even for those who were in the class, if you can go through this video and still refresh your memory on what we did. So in the class yesterday we talked about four things. We talked about this one, 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 the ones I circled. Now we are still on the MT5 trying to understand the MT5, since the MT5 is the marketplace where you are going to do your trading. You know how to operate, you need to know how to operate the MT5. So that is what we are doing. So we talked about these three things I mentioned right now, these four things I mean. That is what we looked at in our previous class. So right now I'll be touching the first one. Which is this one. So touching the first one, it brings us to this place. Now that place is where you go to for you to be able to draw on your chart, put a line on your chart, or draw other objects too. You can draw on your chart. Now for those who are using iPhone, is there at the top of your screen. Then for those who don't know how to get to this place, you just tap your screen. Just tap the screen, it will come up. You tap, it will go off. That is how it is. So I tap and I touch the first place which I mentioned that we are going to look at, which is this place. So that is where I touch right now, and it brought us to this place. Now you see that I have favorite objects, they are the objects I've been using frequently. That is why it is written favorite objects. So but for me to see every object that is in there in the MT5 for me to make use of, to draw on my screen, this is where I need to touch. The area I just circled now, the plus sign, that is what I need to touch. So if I touch the plus sign now, you can see all the objects that are available for me to use: vertical line, horizontal line, trend line, and so on. And I have the rectangular line, the rectangular box, and the triangle, so on. So what do? You just touch the one you want to make use of. Okay, I'm touching the rectangular box now. Let me go back to it. I'm touching the rectangular box now. Touch my plus sign. I touch the rectangular box. Now immediately you touch the box, what you do, it will bring you back to the chart. What you do, you just touch your chart and drag. Touch, hold, and drag the place you want to drop it. So I just touch, and you can see I'm dragging now. So that is it. You drag to an extent, you leave. Where you want to stop, you stop. The thing stops. So if you see my chart now, you can see that my object I just drew now, you can see that I have some. Look at this place I'm circling right now. I have a tick dot there, another black dot, and another black dot. 3 black dots. Now when you see these dots on your chart, it simply means that you can move the chart. You can move the object. I mean, when you see it on your object, you can move the object. So I can move the object to wherever I want to place it. After drawing it, I can move it. But how do I take off those dots? You just touch the object 2 times, which I have done. Now you see that the dot has gone off, which means you can't move the object again. Can't move it. But if I touch the object again 2 times fast, it comes up, which means I can move the object. So for you to move the object, you have to touch it 2 times and let those dots comes up, then you can move it. But you touch it again 2 times, it goes off, then you can't move it again. So when you're done placing it where you want to place it, you just touch it 2 times so that it goes off. It will be permanent there. Then how do you delete the object? You just touch the object and hold. While you touch and hold, it will bring up this interface. At the top of your screen, you're going to see the waste bin, the place I just circled now. That is it. You just touch it. When you touch it, the object goes off. You've deleted the object. So that is how you draw an object on your this thing. If you want to use a line too, you can use a line. If I go back now and go to this place, I use a horizontal line. You can see I've dropped a line now, and there's a dot on it, so I can move it. If I touch it 2 times, it goes off. I can move it again. I want to take it off, I just touch it, touch and hold. My box comes up at the top, I take it off. So that is it. So going back to the next one now, the next one, which is this one, the settings. That is settings. The one I just circled now, that is settings. Now if I touch that place now, it brings me to this whole place. This is just settings where you set your chart and so on and so forth. So this is where you change the colors of your chart. If you don't like these colors, the buy candle is showing you green, the red candle is showing you sell. You don't want this place, you can change the colors here. But mind what you change here. You don't go and change what you don't know. So that is it, settings. Then the first one you can see there is a line type. This is where you change your chart. Like right now, the chart you're seeing, we are making use of is candlestick. You can change it to line chart. You can change it to bar chart. If you change it to line chart, you're going to be seeing just lines on your chart, on your screen. That is what you'll be seeing, lines. But we are using candlestick, bar chart. So some people change to line charts to get some information, but what every trader uses is the candlestick, because the candlestick, each candlestick has a message it passes to us. So that is it about this place, the settings. So the next one is this one. The next one is this one. And if you observe, you see that we have this plus sign here. We also have it at the top here. Also have it at the top here, the place I just circled now. We have it at those 2 tops, so you can touch it anywhere and get it. So what is the use? You can use it to get a price where there is no price. Like look at these places. Everywhere you see here, these things are priced. They are the prices. They are the prices. So if the market gets, now this market is coming up, if it comes to this place now, it means it has gotten to this price. If it comes to this place, it has gotten to this price. If it comes down to this line, it has gotten to the price. Then what about the middle here? Look at this place that there is no price. How do you know the price that is here? So that is where you touch this, your plus. This plus that is here, you touch it. You touch it. So let me touch it. I touch it now. You can see what is happening. At the middle where there is no price, the thing is giving me price. So it gives you price. That is it. That is how you make use of it. So the next one we are going to be looking at, the next one we'll be looking at is this one. So let me go back. The next one we'll be looking at is this one. This one I just circled, the Naira sign. Now you see that we have it here. We also have it at the top of the screen. Look at it here, the one I'm just circling now. We also have it at the top of the screen. So this is where you touch to add indicators to your chart. You add indicators to your chart. What are indicators? Indicators are things you add to your chart to aid your trading. They aid your trading. They are extra confirmation. Like if you look at my chart right now, you can see that I have some indicators. This one you're seeing here, this black line you're seeing on my chart is an indicator, and the name of the indicator is moving average. I have up to 4 moving averages here on my chart. If you check your chart, for those who are new, you'll see that there is no indicator on your chart. It's just plain. It is just plain. It is just plain. So that is it. Now let's see how we can get the indicator. So just as I said, that is where you're going to touch. You're going to touch this thing up there. You're going to touch this thing up there, or you can just touch your dashboard and you see it here. So I've touched it right now. It brought me to this place. Now these indicators you're seeing here, from here to here, they are the moving averages I have already. I told you I have 4 of them. That is the ones I have. But for you that doesn't have any one, so how will you add an indicator to your chart? This is what you do. You touch this place. You touch this place. You touch the place I just circled right now. Now if you touch that place I just circled, you see that That is where I'm going to touch now. It will bring you to this place. Now these are all the indicators we have: the moving average, Paulina Banks envelope, Ichimoku moving average, and so on. Even as I'm scrolling up now, scrolling down, you'll be seeing every one of them. Now you just touch each one. You touch any one of it. Okay, let's touch the moving average. Let's touch the moving average. Let me go back to that place. So touching it now, I'm taking the moving average. Touch the moving average now. You see that these things will come up. So when they come up, this is what you do. We have the period, we have the shift, we have the method, we have the apply to method, simple, exponential, apply to. You choose the one that you want to make use of. We have the style, we have, this is the color, is where you change the color, and so on. So every indicator has its own parameters that you fix in to make it work the way you want to. So you're the one who knows the parameter you want to put in there. We have so many indicators. We have the MACD, we have the momentum, we have all of them. They have their specific functions. So before you use an indicator, you should know what that indicator is doing, or what it can do, what is the purpose of the indicator, before you make use of it. So this is it. This is the class we did yesterday, and I think we are done with MT5. We are done with operating the MT5. So from next class, we'll be going into the main topics of how to trade. So for those who have any question and so on, you can just check my DM, send me a DM, and I will respond. Thank you.